Okay, I guess I am live. Yes, I'm back from my emergency visit to Asheville, North Carolina. But the reason why I'm just doing this quick Q&A for everybody is that I want to test this new web camera out that I just got. It's a high definition 4K webcam, but what I'm noticing is that it's kind of skipping. It's not like in full motion. It's like maybe few frames backwards and or something. Maybe like I would say half a second off. Are you guys seeing that? Because I spent all this money on the webcam. It's not even performing to its speed. Yeah, there's a lag. Oh man. And I've tried everything. Before I went on broadcast to broadcast this live, I'm like, maybe if I broadcast it, it might become smooth, but somehow it doesn't want to. I am not sure what the issue is, but I'll answer some questions, and if it just keeps giving me trouble or gets worse, I'll stop. And of course, I'm going to return this. Um, so, what question do you guys have? Yes, I've tried lower resolution. I've tried 720 by 480. I've tried 1250. I don't. It's not working. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a delay. So multiple marriages in astrology happens. What's wait happens with what combination? Well, first of all, if you're talking about multiple marriages, that you've got to be talking about yoga or the combination of divorce, right? Unless you're in a polygamy, you have to have a divorce, then get married to someone. So the first thing we see is the yoga for divorce. And one of the yogas for divorce, there's many of them, but sixth house, the horoscope, the sixth house of the horoscope plays a strong part in divorce. And number two, in your charadasha, which is a Jaimani astrology concept, charadasha, the dharakarka, okay, dharakarka or Venus has to be placed in 6th, 8th, or 12th. While the yoga is active, and especially in Jaimini, the Gatani Karka, planet with the 6th highest degree, which becomes the planet of obstacle, has to be influencing the 7th house or the Dharakarka. So that's how you can see that you're going to get a divorce, you're going to get a marriage again. Now, how can you see 3, 4, 5, 6 marriages? Like, for example, if you look at the horoscope of Elizabeth Taylor, 7 marriages, right? All failed. Well, the thing is, you can see that, okay, this person has a beautiful Venus. This person has a beautiful Venus and a pretty good 7th house to give them the love that they want, the marriage that they want. But they have a yoga in their horoscope of denial of marriage, no marriage. So what happens is when this person goes against the will of the universe that, okay, you're not supposed to be married, but you're getting married. Well, I'm sorry. It's not going to work out. You must have messed up a lot of lives in past life for you to receive this karma to be married 3 times, 4 times, and never find satisfaction. Then there are people who marry for, let's say, 3 times they get their marriage fails, and then the fourth marriage is a lifelong marriage. There are some combinations to that, but you have to see, especially when like there's 2 or 3 marriages, look at Navamsha, and specifically the nakshatra in Navamsha will clearly tell you easily within like probably 3 4 seconds you're gonna have 3 marriages. You're gonna have 2 marriages because birth and Navamsha then has to be examined. Because what also happens is when a person gets married, fails 3 marriages, okay, fourth one works. Why is that? Because of the fact in their horoscope there might be a yoga, because there's thousands of yogas. Okay? Thousands of yogas. And out of that, one of the yogas will say that you're supposed to find your true mate at the age of 45. You're supposed to find your true mate at the age of 45. Whomever you find before that, they're just time passed. They're waste of time, waste of your energy. You can get married once, twice, thrice, six times. They're not gonna work out. Only once you turn 45 and this person comes in your life, then you're supposed to be married. So there's these combinations. Do I know them? Absolutely not. So don't think I know all of these hundreds and hundreds of combinations. There's these Nadi Shastras like Buddha Nadi, Guru Nadi, Shukra Nadi. You have to understand all these things to get these extra yogas out. Even Bharat Parasha Hora Shastra does not have all these yogas. I'm telling you, the true essence of astrology is hidden in these Nadi Shastras. And one of the best expert of Nadi astrology is A.V. Sundaram. So, you might want to knock on his social media door of A.V. Sundaram. He'll be the greatest teacher in your life. He has been an excellent teacher for me. Especially, he has been giving me valuable information for my school, which is, thriving. It's doing very well. I'm loving the teaching part. I just completed my Mercury lesson for the students. So, I mean, all of these knowledges from Pi Team, him, you know, everybody that I know, it's just, I'm just blessed, you know. Um, so you got to understand that even though you may not find any combinations in Bharat Parasha Hora Shastra that, okay, this person is going to marry 5 times. Maybe you'll find it in Varamira's book. You might find it in Bharat Jataka. You might find it in Uttrakala Mitra or any book by Chantamani. Okay, but really you have to understand some of these South Indian Nadi astrology. It's known as Nadi astrology, not the palm leaf Nadi. No, these are the true veins. I mean, the planet from physical standpoint and little bit of transcendental standpoint through Vedic astrology, articles, videos, but the true juice, the rasa of that planet is in the Nadi Shastra. So that's where it is. That's how you know this person is going to have multiple marriages or not. And especially if your seventh house and your Venus is just not in the best of place, it can again show that you can marry it as many times as you want. Either you're going to be divorced, you're going to be widowed, you're going to be separated. Something will happen where you're just not going to have that love, that bhagya of marriage. So, what else? Jupiter transit for in Scorpio, Sagittarius rising. Most definitely, you're going to take a pilgrimage to a very sacred place. Most Sagittarius people, not all, most, will take a pilgrimage to a spiritual place where you can meet a guru who might actually either look at your palm or actually give you astrology reading. You are probably, most Sagittarius people are destined to find a guru and get an occult reading with Jupiter in the 12th house. Also shows me in normal sense, you will also attain hidden wealth, unaccounted wealth, okay, through foreign sources and hidden sources. Okay, man, look at this. I'm like itchy. In North Carolina, me and my wife, we got bit by like mosquitoes and bugs all night because we were sitting outside. So all my entire arm here and here is just red. Ah, it's like itchy, man. I need cortisone or something. So that will do. With Jupiter going in Scorpio for Sagittarius ascendant, you may actually experience multiple bed pleasure scenarios. For example, let's say you're single, maybe you're married. You may have multiple sexual partners. Don't think of Jupiter. Do not think of Jupiter as this heavenly Brihaspati or this priest. I taught this in my class in my school. Jupiter is far different than what you think. So that's one of the basic things that Jupiter will do. Jupiter will also have you donate big to some organization. Okay. So what else you guys have? Mars, Jupiter, Saturn in the second house in Navamsha. Well, I don't know the sign. I don't know the nakshatra. I don't know where the dispositor is. But this particular conjunction definitely shows me a lot of fiery arguments in the marriage. But at the same time, there's a conservative approach to dealing with money. Your money will have a very normal pace. You will spend money, save money. It's actually not a very uncommon conjunction. I see that this particular conjunction can bring about a very restricted family environment, meaning this particular conjunction will bring in quite a bit of responsibility where perhaps, again, like I said, I don't know the dispositor, I don't know nakshatra, but your sexual life may take a back seat to the responsibility of earning money. And especially knowing the ascendant of Navamsha, we can see what yoga is being formed with Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars. Okay. Boy, this is going too fast. If Mars is debilitated in fourth house, how much power does Mars have? Okay. Well, that's a very incomplete statement. Now, just based on this statement, Mars is extremely weak. One thing you will notice in your home, your stove that you cook your food on always has some problem. Either the knob comes off, or if you have an electric stove, it'll tick. It'll tick at least 8 times before it gives the fire. Naturally, you're going to have sword fights with the mother or within your own family after marriage. Because here Mars is not only debilitated, Mars has no Digbala. It has no directional strength. You gotta have one or the other. Now, we do not know what nakshatra Mars is in. Is it in Pushya? Is it in Punarvasu? Is it in Ashlesha? We don't know. We don't know which Padha Mars is in. So, where is it landing in your Namsha? Specifically, if let's say you want to know about your career with Mars, where is it landing in Dasamsha? Is that simple? But definitely, you will have non-stop arguments, bickering, nonsensical arguments. Like, some people have strong arguments. Like, the husband buys an expensive car without telling the wife while they're trying to save for their home, to buy a home. The wife just is furious. She's ready to give him a divorce. That's argument. That is legitimate argument. Now, in your case, you could have arguments where you might look at some other woman for 2 seconds and look somewhere else, and your spouse will be like, why were you looking at that guy or that girl? Why? Is she more prettier than me? Do you want to be with her? You see how these nonsensical arguments occur between men and women? That's what Mars creates. What else? Will meditation control those arguments? Absolutely, of course. Meditation is the key to everything. Meditation is the key to understanding God. And God is who? The ultimate supreme, Vishnu. And all these planets, all these nakshatras, all the dithis of the nakshatras are under the control of the CEO, Vishnu. If you are trying to access God through meditation, of course you're going to be spared and nullified. Just like Yogananda said in his book, he used to go to astrologers and ask them, give me my worst time. I don't want to know about my best time. Give me my worst time. And you will see I will accomplish all my goals. And he says, yes, those were the very hard times, trials and turbulences, but I passed through and I got everything I wanted because I was with the divine. I was meditating. He was meditating. He at 15 years old he wanted to go meditate in a Himalayan cave. I mean, he was far superior in consciousness than us. But it can be done. It can be done. Atmakarka moon with Mars in Mriksira Padha 1 in 10th house. Okay, so that means it's on the Taurus side. Oh, this is first of all causing a Chandramangal yoga. It's also causing a natural Raj yoga with Mars being in the 10th house. But definitely shows me you're very promiscuous. You're going to elope with a, if you're a female, you're going to elope with a guy at work, or if you're a man, you're going to elope with a woman at work. Yet, by eloping with that woman, somehow your career may shoot up. But again, I don't know if any planet is aspecting that, or especially if Jupiter is aspecting that, then the promiscuousness is not going to happen as much. But most definitely, you're going to chase some lady or some guy at work and outside of work. And especially, this is the particular conjunction that will also give you technical work in your work, in your career and technical education as well. There will also be foreign opportunities to go to foreign lands. You will travel. You'll have to travel. It's 100%. You know, I don't care if you're 20 years old right now. Maybe at 40 you'll travel. You'll have to travel for work and constantly once it starts. Well, is my thing frozen? Oh, it is frozen. Your Jupiter is in the third house and is retrograde. Well, then watch out for what you say on social media. Don't criticize anybody on social media. Don't try to give any philosophical statement if it's controversial. Why? Because it'll reverse its effect on people and it'll blow up. Let's say you had some joke, some stupid dirty joke that had some profanity and was naming some genders and derogatory statements towards women, but it was a joke. Because your Jupiter's retrograde, you pay karma on social media by everybody sharing what you just said in one night to 1.2 million people, and suddenly you're the talk of the town. So Jupiter, just because it's Jupiter, doesn't mean it's not going to give any, it's not going to spare you. Retrogression means you have to pay some karma back related to communication and to your younger sibling in this life. And especially, you may actually, if you ever give your money to a younger sibling with Jupiter retrograde, don't expect that money back. Give it away and give it away happily. Why? Because you are owing that money from past life to this person. They could have been your business partner in past life. In this life, you have to give them money, and will not be paying you the money back. They may say, "No, screw off. I'm not gonna pay you back." You should be like, "Thank you for saying that to me, because now I can write it off my karmic checkbook." See, once you start understanding astrology to a higher level, forgiveness becomes a natural attitude to a person. Is my see my my camera and my motion is very flickery now still. It's actually more than before. I mean, I paid $199 for this high definition camera. And the thing is, I have what do you call, a fiber optic internet, which means it's not controlled by wire, it's controlled by light. It should be fast. And it says super fast. Yet it's working well in my Zoom, which is not connected online, but it's performing very bad on the live. So I don't know if this software needs to be updated or what, but yeah, I'm not liking this. So if I can fix it, you guys will see me back on the old pixelated. Well, it's not that bad. It's just not as detailed as this video. I mean, you can see all the details. You can pretty much read all the titles in the back of with this video. So Venus debilitated with Jupiter in the 11th house. Well, Venus, you've got to be careful, because a debilitated Venus can give you everything you want. Everything you want. And obviously, being with Jupiter, a benefic planet in the 11th house. And this is actually according to my teacher, Mark Boney. 11th house actually plays a quasi placement for even what he called Saraswati Yoga. I think in one of his classes he said that. I'm sorry if I am wrong, but it can create a Saraswati Yoga where it is a very creative yoga. One may love literature, music, arts, especially in the dasha of Venus uh, uh, and Jupiter. But like I've said before, debilitated Venus women. If you ever see a horoscope, somebody says you're gonna date this woman tonight. You're gonna have to go out on a blind date, and you saw that woman's chart has a debilitated Venus. Most definitely, I think you should say yes, because that person might turn out to be the most stunning, beautiful person. So, like I said, astrology is not what you think it is. It is much deeper, complicated than you think, but again, I make it easy. That's my job. That's why I was born, I think, to make it easy. Make it easy! Easy for you! See, that's the slogan now. Um, okay, so I'm not liking this webcam at all. I'm gonna try to fix this. I may come live again if I fix this situation, and then maybe I can do the Nabamsha video that I'm supposed to do. Otherwise, I'll just record it from my studio. But I'm finally back, so I'm just gonna do all this tomorrow. I'm too tired. I need to go to sleep. Okay.